What's up, guys? It's Tube, and the Pokemon Riddler is back. Also, I was punched in the face by Grandma. I got a couple fun things to show you. Let's go through them. So to start off, of course, Pokemon's hype season officially hasn't started yet since Scarlet and Violet have been announced on February 27th. But the Riddler is keeping us company. Almost 2 whole months ago, he tweeted the first teaser, which was this Japanese/Chinese letter, which means 3. Oh, and he also tweeted the teaser Titan, which we know is the code name for Scarlet and Violet. And he posted this horrendous picture, which is apparently hints towards Scarlet and Violet that none of us need to look at. But that's where we left it. Then comes April 21st. Riddler Coup pops up with the tweet. The teaser of new riddles in May numbers. Get prepared, guys. Riddler Coup does have a theme for each of the months. He had gimmick for March, which was when he put the number 3. And he had that nasty picture for April, which is supposed to be mascot. You already know the gist of it with that, but we'll talk about this later. So before we get to Riddler Coup, let me show you some other stuff. Uno. The first one is something you've obviously seen. It is Coco evolved. Boys and girls. Oh yeah, look at this character over here. Now, this was done obviously in the style of when Cinderace and the rest of the Gen 7 starters leaked. Everyone thought that was fake, including Cinderace themselves, which I can't blame him. There's no reason for that to be leaked. But the story for those starters leaking is something like they gave it to the Smash team way before Sun and Moon came out, and someone in the in-between process decided to leak it. Otherwise, the starters were never meant to leak that early. No one knows if it's fake or real. People have looked carefully through the Japanese, but this is implying that Coco would evolve into a fire fairy type, which I'll admit is a good typing. That would be a fun typing to play around with. And when you look at this picture here, it kind of looks like something you'd see in the anime, like beside Ash. And when you look at what people on Twitter are saying, a lot of them are actually happy with this design. You know, it's not your conventional scary looking Mon. It hasn't been that way for the last few gens anyway. But I'm surprised to see people like it that much. Obviously, when you make these like Pokemon design sheets and give it to someone, you scribble sketches to show the character of the Pokemon, show it from different angles, and show how it would be animated. So they show how the wings move, they show its personality here kind of. It's sleeping, Fuegocos are on it, fire comes out of its mouth. So if you were to give this to the Smash team, they would know just how to recreate it and make it a Smash fighter. Or you give this to the anime team and they'll know how to animate it. Verdict's not in for this, but I'll say it's fake. Dos. The Quaxley final evolution leaked. Let's just say it's fake. Don't get your freaking hopes up. Does this image have to be rotated? Let me fix this. So here we have the final evolution of Quaxley. The theme people are predicting with Quaxley is he's gonna end up as some kind of pirate. Here we got Quaxley. He's happy here, he's sad here, and he got a sword in his sleeve. Who did that? This man is Ezio. This man freaking, he assassinates you. This bird just gonna walk up to you. Frick, he's doing it right here. I didn't even notice. Get away from my son. And then he's floating away like a swana. I don't hate this design. Quaxley's already on 2 feet. What, you want him to be on 4s? And I guess it appears to be a water fighting type, which would be pretty sick. Tres. Oh, you ain't ready for this. Can you predict? Okay. It's Spritzy. I could family feud. Ask 100 people who you think would get a regional variant. 0 would say Spritzy. What do you want me to discuss here? Spritzy, there's one cool thing you can do with Spritzy, and it was done in a fan game somewhere, which is evolving it to like a fairy poison type witch doctor. That would make it so badass. Anyhow, there's one last leak I can show you, and it's translated thanks to Pokesutami, and you know this is fake before you even see it. You can just predict a few. Look at it. No, don't sit there thinking, oh, maybe it could be real. Don't convince yourself. That's never happening. Listen, we all know Diglett is like a mole. He got freaking hands and legs underneath there. He ain't gonna freaking come out of the ground like that. But the problem is you stare at it long enough that now it looks possible. You look at the character sheet, you see the way it's animated here. Freaking messing around and being one of those airmans outside the store. You would think it's somehow a flying type. Just because, you know, Pokemon can be weird with their typings. That would actually be sick. What if this was ground flying? I know. How could that be immune to earthquake? Fine. But we have more important questions here. How is Manozone hit by an earthquake? Anyhow, its typing is groundwater. He is a geyser. Say, the more you look at these details, the more it just... It's always convincing. Now, one thing some of these pictures have in common is that they're like staged so perfectly. Like, these are supposed to be someone in their studio being watched by security cameras, quickly taking a photo, right? So they've got their messy setups, the pens, the freaking tea they were drinking. Look, there's a freaking Japanese letter right here. They couldn't even get the cord out of the way. That's how hard they worked to sneak this picture in for us. I wouldn't even hate if that happened. Unlike Tauros, Dragonite, and the Nidos, who haven't been revisited since Kanto, you've been revisited. You've been given a fluff of hair. But I wouldn't hate if this happened. It would be a Diglett you would find in the water. So think of like Sword and Shield. You're just surfing on the water, minding your business. This thing would just poke its head up like a geyser. Yo, I'll take it. It probably wouldn't even evolve into a Dugtrio. It might evolve into some next crap. Yo, its evolution, it could take off. It could become a ground flying type. It takes off, and now it's a floating Diglett. And underneath it is a cloud. And this makes no sense. Where did the clouds come from? It comes from here. You've drawn clouds on it already. So that's it. It's a geyser Pokemon that spouts out when it evolves, comes out, Nimbus is around. I've talked enough. Let's go back to Riddler Coup. Well, actually, before we go back to Riddler Coup, let me show you some pictures on screen of times we got these kinds of character designs and when they're a total ass. So here's Rillaboom. He's a baseball player. He's hitting the ball. That man don't exist. He do look like a good starter still. They invented baseball from him. They saw his bat and said, we're gonna play what he's playing. Here is Cinderace. Oh yeah, the mechanical final villain of some cartoon. He looked weird enough that it's actually kind of cool. And then I'll show you one more. Inteleon. This one actually turned out to be pretty close to what we got, but it's more like reptilian looking. So Riddler Coup, let's return to him. He tweeted, "Are you ready? Sneak peek at blank for next month." And he's posted a photo of his background. And he has 2 teasers he's ready to show us. One of them looks like a bowl place, and people are like tackling a bowl. The other one is covered up. And you know how I know that's a bowl place? Because someone found the picture he downloaded and put there. Here's an attempt at finding the photo. My dude got completely beat by this bowl. And here's someone who freaking found it. Look at the comparison. They found the photo. So this was what Riddler Coup was gonna post as some kind of teaser for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And let me reiterate, Riddler Coup got credibility. He definitely knows stuff about the games. So at least this time you can peel your eyes and look carefully. So we wait a few hours and Riddler Coup does post the first image. And this is what it is. He's added a few things. 1, 2, and of course what comes after 5. Now, for some reason, the bottom right corner of this image has been edited and the bowl has just been pasted there again. But we have a bowl, we have the numbers 1, 2, and 5. So what does it mean? What does the survey say, Steve? We asked 100 people. The survey says, does this mean that Miltank 2, Tauros 1, and Bouffalant 5 have children? This column, Professor Oaks talks about Nidoran. Miltank and Tauros are separate in the dex, but they speculate that they may be the same species. Oh wow, there is an actual cutout where Professor Oak in some magazine talks of... What the frick just fell? Apparently Professor Oak's a real person. Okay, everyone is saying Gen 1 Tauros, Gen 2 Miltank, and Gen 5 Bouffalant. I don't believe the children thing. I don't think Bouffalant, who is a freaking buffalo, is related to a cow and a bull who are actually the same species. Let me look. Bouffalant. Yeah, Bouffalant is a buffalo. I could totally believe though that Tauros and Miltank might get attention in this game. Regional variants or evolutions. I would say evolutions. But there's a different way you can look at this. And it ties back to the horrendous image Riddler Coup posted. All this mess on screen, but if you look carefully, they're labeled from 0 up till 9. 1, 2, and 5, right? 1 says the 26th or 26 what? Maybe this means on May 26th, the first trailer comes out. The 2, number 9, Gen 9, and then the 5, Titan. Well, the second half of that wasn't needed. I know it's Gen 9, and I know Titan just means Scarlet and Violet. Well, this is kind of ass, Riddler Coup. Okay, so of course he has one arrow pointing to butt. Central, he's just making fun of Central Leaks. People are saying because they're pointing to a pink butt that maybe it's a fairy type. I don't know what to freaking... What am I supposed to make of this? Well, he has added 3 bulls, if we think about it. So maybe that means all 3 of them. Tauros, Miltank, and Bouffalant. The Bouffalant throws me off, bro. Am I the only one? Am I stupid? Could it be a buffalo is related to a bull? Buffalo, bull. Are they the same? Yo, I'm actually dumb. A freaking buffalo is a bull. What the? I've never seen anything past a pigeon. When the frick did this happen? Wow, I'm actually stupid. This is why the granny punched me. Okay, y'all guys, like damn, I'm dumb. So a cow, bull, and buffalo are the same thing. Okay, well you've solved the thing that was making me feel odd, that I didn't feel like a buffalo could be related. Damn, bro, so what the frick are buffalo wings? I need to stop making this video right now. Well, maybe it's happening. Maybe you can hatch an egg, and there is a pre-evolution that could evolve into Tauros, Miltank, or Buffalo. Maybe add a fourth one. Maybe add an ox. I've just recently learned on my Google searches in the last few minutes that oxes are also related. So let's introduce a Gen 9 ox and a pre-evolution baby that evolves into all four of them. That's a little too much. I have the pre-evolution. I've gotten ahead of myself. I just want an evolution of Tauros, Miltank. So somehow kid me who looked at Buffalin and thought it was related to Tauros was smarter than whatever I've become now. So a new baby Pokemon that evolves into Tauros, Miltank, and Buffalin and may hopefully evolves further. Forget the ox. That must be what he's trying to show. Well, that's it guys. Go on and shank that like button. I mean, what did I think a buffalo was? I thought a buffalo was a gigantic... Well, actually, I'm going to do one more bit of research for you. And I'm going to figure out something about their relation. Tauros' base stat total is 490. Miltank's, surprise surprise, is also 490. Because they knew in the year 2000 when they made Miltank that that thing is Tauros' counterpart. Is Bufalin's base stat total 490? Well, I've tried to save dignity and put a hole in this Bufalin theory. Damn. It really worked. It's freaking figured out, guys. That's mad. We're getting a baby Pokemon that evolves into Miltank, Tauros, and Buffalin, and hopefully they both evolve to their third form. Go on and shank that like button, my dudes, and don't shank that like button. I'm an idiot. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.
Bitch, I'm the man. Give me my spot on that throne. They didn't want me to grow. They didn't know I would make all of them grow. I did it all on my own. Man, what was you? When I was trapped in my zone, never had nothing to own. Now it's all good. All of that frontin' is gone. I'm out here stunning for show. Bitch, I'm a pro.